Hi everyone, this is Niki Rowland and today I'm making a layout for Hip Kit Club using the July main kit only. So I'm just using the main kit today, nothing else, and some cardstock. And I'm also using this cut file, which is one of the July cut files, exclusive to Hip Kit Club. And I've cut it twice. So I cut it firstly as it should be, and then I cut it again. You can see the orange one below. You can see that I've cut it slightly bigger. So I've created an offset that's in my Silhouette software and made it fatter so that I had nesting circles effectively, so a nesting cut file. So I had one that sat on top of another, I just wanted to the reason I wanted to do that was just to give it a slightly different look. Rather than just cutting it in white or on pattern paper, I wanted to have two patterns on the go there. So that's what I've done, and I've just mounted one on top of the other, just stuck it down with wet glue, and then I've raised the whole thing on foam pad and stuck it in the middle of a piece of white cardstock. So those two papers that I've used for the cut file, one is the Pinkfresh Studio one and one is Webster's Pages. And you can see I have a piece of striped paper behind my photos. I have two photos there, and then I have a whole bunch of these flowers that I fussy cut earlier. I fussy cut them for a previous layout and then didn't use them, so it was quite nice actually when I was making this one that I could just pick them up and they were already prepared. Awesome. So yeah, I've just fussy cut all of those and I just keep tucking those in behind my photos, and I wanted to use two of the words from the Pinkfresh Studio Puffy titles. Happy and Carefree is what I wanted to use. Now these titles are super skinny, and they don't look great unless they are on white, I think, or on a plain background. So if you have lots going on and you want to put them on top of something, they get lost because they're quite skinny. So I've been mounting mine onto a piece of white cardstock and then cutting out around it, and not cutting out the middles of the letters. So you can see the A, I haven't cut the middle out of, the big loop on the H, I haven't cut the middle out of, same for the big loop on the Y and the two P's. So basically they are they have a backing, and therefore they are easier to see on top of a busy background. Okay, so that's why I've done that. So there I have my title, Happy and Carefree. Now I have a slight issue in the fact that I don't have an ampersand sign anywhere, so I've just left this layout with the two words happy and then I've used carefree, and I don't have an ampersand. I might add one later from my stash, but there wasn't one in the kit, so that's why this is just happy carefree rather than happy and carefree, but there you are. So you know, these things happen. So I'm just getting everything stuck in place now. This layout actually came together really quickly. I like doing the layouts that we're only allowed to use the main kit for, and that's because even with limited supplies, i.e. not having tons and tons of stuff when you have all of the kits at your hands, then it actually makes things easier to make decisions on what you're going to use because there's less to choose from. So yeah, this layout did actually come together really quite quickly for me. Normally I faff around for quite a bit longer than what I did, but it came together in just over an hour. You see I've got all my sprays of flowers stuck down, my photos are stuck down, my titles are in place, and now I'm just adding in some ephemera. So I wanted this layout. I love the orange tones in this kit this month. They're so pretty. It's one of my favourite colours. So I wanted to bring that through, which is what I did in the cut file, but then I love all the fruity soft pastel tones that's in the exclusive Hip Kit ephemera, and there's lots of lovely little bits and pieces in here. There's tons and tons of them, as this layout or this photos was of my baby in the dishwasher, he's crawled in there, any kind of food items went really well with this, so I kind of figured that anything fruity was fair game, and I just love the colours as well. So I've pulled in some other bits, so the camera as well, I've also pulled out that little banner, the flags, from the 1 Canoe 2 embellishments that were in the main kit for July. And I couldn't figure out where to put that at first. I put it at the top and then I moved it down to the bottom. So I really like where it's ended up. I think it looks quite nice down there. It kind of needed something to ground it. And I'm just going through and adding in some little words or labels from the ephemera and those pretty little hearts that again are in the ephemera. They're so tiny and so lovely that it's really nice to have all these little things. That's my favourite thing, is to have lots of little things. And then I'm just adding some Pinkfresh Studio Puffy stickers there from the kit. Actually, they're not the Puffy stickers, they are from the alphabet, sorry, the titles, the Puffy titles. So I've pulled out a few of those that are on those sheets and put those in too. They go well with my flowers and bring in a little bit of colour to all those black and white flowers. And now I couldn't figure out where to put my journaling. I didn't feel like I had a good place to put it that wouldn't detract from the design. So I've gone around the edge of this cut file. So it's a little bit brave because, you know, what if I run out of words to say or I have too much, it doesn't fit. But I just kind of did my best and I've run out of things to write there. I ended up going a bit further around. So there you go. I did actually manage to get all the way to the camera. So that is completely filled up with journaling. Okay, so that is my layout complete. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is really super quick layout for me. Main kit only for July only. Thank you so much for joining me. That was Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.